Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to ZEN-TAROT. My name is Julie. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for you, Taurus. I want to see what's coming to you for 2025, what's coming to us. I'm a Taurus sun. So here we are at the end of 2024. We made it. It's been a journey for sure. But let's see what's coming in for 2025. Let's take a peek. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you'd like a personal reading from me, all of that information is in the description box below. And just a reminder, this is a general tarot card reading for the sign of Taurus, anywhere in your chart, or if you're just looking in on a Taurus. You are all so very welcome here. It just might not resonate with everyone. But welcome, welcome, Taurus. Let's get to it. All right, let's get you an angel oracle card. I want to get an overall message from the angels for 2025. What is the theme for 2025 going to be for Taurus spirit? Let's take a look at an overall theme for Taurus. What message, most importantly, does Taurus need to hear for 2025? Well, that one fell to the ground, and I keep hearing if it falls to the ground, it's not for you. So we're going to leave it there. All right, what is coming in for Taurus? Play. I just love this. Play. It's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift some energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. It is time for a break, Taurus. Look at this. Look at this, and don't be worried about work falling apart here, because when the angels promise to take over, to take the wheel, they really do. So you just have to focus on you and what you really want and what you want to bring in here, and make it a lot more of a game here. Just really bring in play. Family on the bottom of the deck. Look at this. Beautiful. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Maybe you're having trouble with a family member. You know, that's something that has really gone on, especially the last 7 years, these divisions within the family here, this drawing a line within the family and asking people to choose a side. That's been really, really difficult for Taurians, because we are the friend to all, right? I remember in high school, junior high school, everybody was clicking off. Everybody was finding their groups and the popular clubs, and then the geek clubs, right, were over here. And I just stayed in the middle. I was friends with everybody. I didn't have a particular group. And I think that has a lot to do with my Taurus sun here. So I want to see what fell to the ground here, what you have already focused on and what you don't need to focus on so much. The heart chakra. Oh my God, look at this. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. This is what you're coming from. You have really had your heart opened, messed with, and then you remended it up. So you had this heart chakra journey going through the last 7 years. There's always this 7-year cycle. So, wow, Taurus, been through it. This has been a really, really tough journey for you. It's been really hard to kind of stay as everybody's go-to person and as the friend here, because there was an isolation period that we went through following 2017, following the eclipse in 2017. It was like up until that point, that was the time where Taurians were really, really in the midst of all relationships. It really, you got deep in all areas of your life with relationships. By 2019, those were starting to crack and sever, and you saw the holes in those relationships. Your heart was aching over these relationships because things were changing. The ground underneath us was shifting. By 2019, there was a massive shedding and severing, people turning on you, not understanding you. Really, it was like the words coming out of your mouth were alien to them. And so there was this real severing. So by 2020, when we were all sent to our corners here, you did a lot of thinking, a lot of mending, a lot of healing over these last 4 years. Moving into 25, especially 26 with you, Taurus, and astrologically as well. You're moving into a much, much lighter time. Those hard karmic lessons are over for you. It's over. You can take that deep breath of relief and understand that this is a period of play now. This is a period of letting it work out, of letting Jesus take the wheel now. This is a time to trust the angels. It has worked out up until now. You've put it in God's hands and it has been healed here. So this is beautiful, beautiful. Such a mending going in to 2025. So beautiful. All right, let's get you an animal spirit card for up in the ether for 2025. What kind of animal spirit guide is going to be walking with Taurus? Let's see what kind of animal spirit guide is walking with Taurus 2025. Spirit, tell me about Taurus. Look at this with the hyena. It's like night and day. I mean, look at the difference. Look at that moon just cut in half here. It's just, you have been severed in half here. You're very much on guard. You're very much selective of who you let in now. You are, again, friends with all, but it is really, really tough. If people thought it was hard to get into your inner circle before, it's almost impossible now because you've cemented in those relationships by now. And these people around you, you can trust. But it's like night and day. You are like night and day. You are absolutely not the person today that you were yesterday because of the experiences you've gone through, because of the survival mode you had to go in. There was a period of time, real hermit mode, where you had to pull it in, pull it in. Oh my God. You are raring to go, ready to go. The oyster, look at this. Look at this. You're going to be much more private. You're not a person to wear your heart on your sleeve. You're not a chatterbox when it comes to yourself here. It's like, that's almost excruciating. You'd rather hear about anyone else's story than to speak your own here because you're interested in everybody else. You're much more interested in everybody else, but you stay clammed up. Stay clammed up, very protective over your feelings. You respect your feelings now. They're not something for you to discard now. The hyena says, I'm very much protective over the way that I feel. I'm not going to get knocked off this playfulness that I have found myself in now. Beautiful, beautiful. God, you are determined. You know, that's another Taurus trait, is determination and stamina, and also commitment. If you say you're going to do something, you get it done. You do get it done. You do not leave it empty. You know, and that's been really hard. Because I am the same way. I need closure. I need to finish and walk away and I'm done, right? I'm done. I'm complete. I don't have to look at this memory any longer or have any regrets here. So when someone won't give me that closure, when they won't give me that apology or they won't accept my apology, that will eat at me like a virus. So I have to really forgive myself in a lot of situations where I'm not ever going to get that closure. I'm not ever going to get that apology. It's like finding forgiveness without the apology. It's the hardest thing to do, but it's the best thing for you, because when we're holding grudges and we're taking ourselves back to that moment where we were rejected or abandoned or it wasn't fair, we're all about justice and fairness. So when we take ourselves back to that moment, we rob ourselves of the power. We had no power in that moment. We have the power today. We have the power today. So that is beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at this with politics on the bottom of the deck. If you live in the US, yeah. How could you not get away from that? With the Seven of Swords, the trickery, the phoniness, the masks that people have worn here. It's just incredible. It's just every conversation, all paths lead to politics here. I'm so hoping that this veers off into more spirituality, more connectedness, more of a union, right? Much more of union than division. So hopefully we're coming into that era. All right, Taurus, 2025. I want to get an Osho ZEN-TAROT up in the ether for 2025 for Taurus. Spirit, tell me about Taurus 2025. Clinging to the past. Oh my God, look at this. The Five of Cups comes out. The Five of Cups, disappointments, regrets. There's those regrets that just stick in your throat. They just stick in your craw, right? When you know that something was unjust, but you cannot It's just like drinking the poison and expecting them to die from it. It just doesn't work that way. You just got to let it go. You got to let it go. You were right. You were energetically innocent. There was just way too much confusion in the energy itself. Look at control on the bottom of the deck with the King of Swords. Absolutely. There was so much power struggling going on that you just got caught up in. Again, you want to stay in the middle. You want to stay in the middle of the pool and Marco Polo with the whole pool. You're not in this group over here, happy to just be at the club with your besties here. You like the diversity. You like to be in the melting pot. You like to be you love to learn. You're a questioner, so you like to be in with the different ones. The underdogs. Yeah, that's maybe where I'm going. All right, let's see. Let's get some tarot cards. I want to get some lights here. Tarot cards. What is primarily going to be on Taurus's mind in 2025? What is Taurus going to be thinking about, Spirit? What's going to be primarily on Taurus's mind 2025? Primarily on Taurus's mind. Ooh, look at this with the 3 of Cups. Wow. Beautiful celebration. Play again. Play comes out, and reconnecting here. Maybe there's a family member that you haven't been able to really connect with in quite some time. Maybe it has to do with politics, but look at this relationship. Oh my God, with the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Cancer energy, emotions now being revealed. There's a feeling of expose happening in 2025 where those apologies are going to be coming in. They're going to be clearing up the confusion of the past and what you did wrong, because you're blaming yourself. You're pointing the finger inward because that's all you can do. You haven't heard their side of it. You never got their side of it. So of course you're pointing the finger inward. There's going to be some clarity coming to you about this relationship, about somebody who you felt like was family, or they are family. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that, Spirit, for 2025. Tell me more about this relationship for Taurus. 4 of Cups. Yeah, look at this. You just stopped waiting for it. It just you just didn't need that apology anymore. It just was never coming. You just thought that was going to heal. And I'm sorry can do so much healing in a Taurus. Look at this Devil on the split. This energy of confusion, of doubt, of misinformation, of leading you astray or leading you in the wrong direction here, just so you could find your way out and come out that much stronger. But you stopped waiting for it. You stopped waiting for them to turn around or come back or to apologize. You stopped waiting for it. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that for 2025. What's coming in that Taurus doesn't see about that? The Hermit. Look at this. It's when you least expect it. It's when you don't care, really, because the externals don't mean as much to you any longer. It just can't influence your thoughts. You're very, very difficult to sway. Influencers just are so aggravated by you because they're trying to sell you their product and you're just kind of glazing over. You're just kind of glazing over like, really? And you ask the right questions, you really make people stumble because you're so very smart. So even the innocent jokes or the innocent questions you are asking really throws people off. It's like, oh my God, how did they know that? You're very, very attuned. You're very much attuned. You were so much of an empath that you almost had to shut that down. You almost had to go apathetic these last 7 years. And look at this with the 3 and the 4 making the 7 here. And the Hermit coming out with number 9, of course, the ending. 9s are all about ending. Anything that's ever ended in my life has happened in a 9-year and a 9-day. It's just the way it is. There's always a massive ending. It's not that every 9-year has a massive ending to it, but if you're going to have a massive ending, it's going to be in a 9-year. 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Wow. There's just something, there's a family member that tried to get away with something or led you astray here, really led you astray. There was some kind of contract or misunderstanding or breach of contract here, something like this. So you're trying to forgive. You're trying to forgive, but it really gets you aggravated when you think about this, when you think about the injustice. There's some kind of injustice that has happened here, Taurus, an absolute injustice. But the Hermit is coming in to balance that out and to have you find that playful place in your heart when it comes to relationships without this reminder of how really hard they can be, how tough they can be, you know, those twin flame energies, or those just those years where you're learning about the ups and downs of relationships here. But yeah, you got stabbed in the back. Somehow there was a big injustice that happened to you. And now you're finding balance no matter what, no matter what. Again, you're finding peace without without the apology. You're finding forgiveness here, and you're forgiving yourself for your part in it. You are one to take responsibility, to own what you say and what you do, because you don't leave things open-ended. You like closure. So yeah, yeah, there is something big happening, a big resolution with this situationship that happened. And there's a big resolution where you get to feel free in your heart again. You get to feel like it's been like you've been in bonds, you've been in chains over this. Spirit, tell me about this. What does Taurus not see coming about this? What does Taurus not see coming about this? 10 of Pentacles. Look at this, the happiest card in the deck when it comes to family and security and feeling safe again. It's like you felt really, really safe, and then you were unchanged. Then you were unanchored. You were floating out in the ether without that safety net. Somebody let you go. Somebody kicked you out. Somebody pushed you away here. It was the best thing they could have done. It absolutely was the blessing in disguise, that 9 ending that you went through here, because you went within. It's like, how do I change so that doesn't happen again? How did I not see that coming? All of these questions you started asking yourself just opened up the door to spirituality and to connectedness in relationships. It was this massive karmic healing that you really didn't even know you were going through here. It was a journey of healing, absolute healing yourself, healing your heart, healing your emotions here. 2025, you are free. You are free. You're not holding yourself in contempt any longer. You really, really, the verdict is in on yourself. And it's like, okay, Taurus, you're innocent. You're innocent. You've paid your dues. You've spent your time for doing the crimes you think you've done. You found this very, very profound forgiveness. You found this absolute forgiveness for yourself here for the things that you did. It's like you did not know the choices I had. You're judging me on my choices, but you did not know the decisions I had in front of me at the time. And by God, did you do well by those decisions, Taurus, because you're a Taurus. If those problems had been put, those obstacles, those real hard times, those uncomfortable situations, they hadn't been put in front of you, you would never be this strong, and you would never be open enough to connect with others, how deeply you're about to connect with others, because now you trust yourself. You trust your guidance system. You trust when you get that feeling that somebody is not really out in your best interest, or they don't have your best interest at heart, or they're getting lost in their own point. So I'm going to back out of this conversation because I'm not going to win. You're learning how to navigate life with a playfulness about you that is absolutely glorious. All right, let's look at the heart space. Let's look at the heart space for Taurus. We're going to take a look at the heart space in 2025, emotions that Taurus is going to be feeling in 2025. Oh, holy hell. Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Taurus, look at you opened up to this beautiful connected relationship. Now, there is a connection in your life that is back. It's back in full force. You are back. I am back. I am back. I can hear your heart singing. It's like it's come home again without those piercing knives in it, without those wondering why. Why did that happen? Why did they do that? What did I do? You are really, really shedding yourself and your heart, more importantly, of that negative and that negative thinking here, that negative feeling. It must be my fault. I must have done something wrong. They said it was my fault, so of course it's my fault here. You took all of the responsibilities on your shoulder here. The weight was so heavy, but now, Taurus, after this last eclipse, April 8th of 2024, it changed everything. It was a slow progression out. I'll give you that. It was really hard, but you saw the light somewhere after that eclipse. You saw the way out. You saw the escape. Here we are at the end of 2024, and you are fully emerged from the dark night of the soul, fully emerged. A lesson learned. What else in the heart space? What does Taurus not see coming in the heart space, in the emotions in 2025? What does Taurus not see coming here? Tell me what Taurus does not see coming. Wow. 8 of Swords, getting out of your own head. Maybe you don't feel like you're going to get out of this. Maybe it just feels really, really still dark. The holidays are here. The pressure is on. And yeah, look at this. You're feeling still very, very broke, very impoverished here. It's like almost like you feel like you took this vow of poverty that you can't break free of. And maybe you did. Maybe you did. Maybe there's this ancestral thing going on with the King of Wands coming out in reverse. Like maybe there's something that's been really difficult for you to break through here, for you to finish up, like karmic lessons that go way back here. King of Wands in reverse, it's just like you're stunted, that fire, you just feeling like it should be different right now, or it should be feeling different right now to you. So there's a little bit of disappointment with the Five of Pentacles. You thought it was going to be different. You know, me too. I romanticized everything my whole life. I thought it was going to be different. So I set myself up for disappointment time and time again because I thought it was going to be different. I started listening to Abraham Hicks in 2006, I think. The Secret sparked it for me. I wasn't really a fan of The Secret, but I loved the speakers in The Secret. And Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks was one of those in the original one. She got cut out of the later one. But it started teaching me the law of attraction, and it was more shallow in The Secret. But with Esther Hicks, it's more of how you're feeling. Your feelings are your navigational system, and if you can rise up that rung, if you can change your vibration, if you can change your frequency so that you're feeling good, so that when those things come in, when the shit hits the fan, you're really much more prepared because you've healed some things. You know things will work out here. So this is what's happening here. I think for years and years, just like me, you were setting yourself up for disappointment. You thought it was going to be different. And now that you are seasoned, Taurus, 2025, you're allowing yourself in miracles because you're not trying to figure out how it's going to feel, right? How is that going to look? How is that going to be? You're not planning so much. Tauruses are very much planners with those to-do lists that you can cross off. Spirit said you can't do that anymore. Life needs to be full of surprises to be fun. You need to have miracles come in to believe, right? I'll believe it when I see it. I'll see it when I believe it here. You're really going all in on the trust. And this has everything to do with trust here. It's like, take that break, take that vacation, and let Jesus take the wheel. Just give yourself a moment to breathe here, and it's gonna shift your perspective. It's gonna change the way you feel. When you change the way you feel, your life changes here. So it's absolutely beautiful, brilliant. But yeah, you've been setting yourself up for disappointment. Temperance. Oh God, look at this. Look at this. Patience, patience, patience. I mean, you know how to be patient. You've been patient your entire life. You've been waiting for something. And when it happens, it's like, oh, you're so disappointed because you built it up in your mind. You built it way up. It was going to be like this. It was going to be, it's like thinking about the wedding, thinking about the wedding and forgetting about the marriage, right? Now you're in the marriage. Now you're in the after the wedding. Now you're in the after time here. It is absolutely time to just trust this will work out. Just trust. You got to put this in God's hands and trust this will work out. When you move into 2025, you're just going to not care. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. And that's going to give you the energy that you need again, because now you're lethargic, you're tired from trying to fight the good fight, from trying to prove your point, from trying to have others see it the way that you see it here. You're just really done with it. It's done. I'm going to see it the way I see it. And if you want to come with me, if you want to come play with me, that's great. But if you want to argue it and you want to try to change my mind and you want to try to sell me something that you're working on here, then no, I'm not interested. No is a complete sentence. That is one thing you've definitely learned. But there's a relationship that is really, really calling your attention right now. And it's like you're still thinking, yeah, but it's not what I thought it was. Even that reconciliation maybe is not what you thought it was. You got to let go of the expectations. That's what 2025 is going to teach you, Taurus, is to really, really let go of the outcome. Stop trying to plan the outcome. Just really let go of it. You cannot try to predict something based on the past here, because there were so many different emotions going on then that you don't have now, and vice versa. There were obstacles then that have been removed now. There are obstacles now that will be removed tomorrow. It just really is the way it works. Today is the tomorrow that you were so worried about yesterday, that you tried to plan and predict and control here, with control on the bottom of the Osho ZEN-TAROT deck. Yeah, tell me about the foundation situation in 2025 for Taurus. What is the situation going to be? Ooh, Page of Cups, the sky is the limit, and the Queen of Swords. Look at this card of strength here. You have battled, but your sword is down. You're willing to look now. You're willing to lift your head and look at the possibility of a future without this family member, without this person in your life, finding forgiveness in your heart as you stare out into the ocean here on your vacation that you deserve. To find forgiveness. You're daring to find forgiveness. You're daring to trust that things will work out without you planning for it, without you preparing for it, without you trying to imagine how it's going to feel when it does work out here. This is a beautiful gift for 2025, because it just leaves you time to play now. You have so much more time to play now without trying to plan the battle or be strategic or make the right moves. It's like if you made a mistake, it was all lost. You could not trip up. You could not stumble because you had to be there. It was like walking over coals. It was test after test after test. There was that period of isolation, that period of shock and awe. And then that period of isolation, Taurus, that you have come out of. You're wanting to emerge into party mode now. You're wanting to emerge into conversation that doesn't have to do with politics. You're ready, and everything is about to change, because you're going to be so focused on this relationship that everything else just kind of falls away. Yeah, look at this with the Ace of Cups. It's time for you to have your heart's fulfillment. No matter what anyone else is going through or what they're doing here, you've earned this. You have battled for this. You have fought really hard for this. And it's just almost too good to be true. It's just really, it's when pigs fly. When pigs fly, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be able to relax. I'm going to be able to play. I mean, what you're talking about, Julie, is fairy tales. And I don't have time for fairy tales. I can hear you. Because this is me. This is me when I'm listening to tarot card readers talk about this free future of mine where I won't have all the responsibilities and obstacles that I have today. This is the reason I'm watching tarot cards. But I work full time at a very, very busy law firm. I'm getting close to retirement age, and that is scaring me. So maybe I can read cards for retirement. I'm making all of these plans because I'm so used to making all of these plans with deciding everything. And I've been married for 38 years. So I have a beautiful relationship with a Leo. And that's funny that comes out in reverse, the Leo card, where we make it work. We've been through so much, especially financially, with the Five of Pentacles coming out and the 10 of Pentacles in your mind space. This is what you want. This is what you feel like, right? You want the 10 of Pentacles, but you feel like you're in the Five of Pentacles, like you're in bankruptcy, like you're in poverty. And there's always this, well, one day, right? Well, one day we're gonna have the things we want. We're gonna live the life we want to live here. So Spirit is really saying, you know what? That day is today. There is no day like today. Don't forsake today for a dream about tomorrow that doesn't exist, that can't happen, especially can't happen the way you think it's going to happen, because you are sitting in today with the experiences and the obstacles that will not be there tomorrow. It's going to be different experiences and albeit different obstacles, but they will be different. So why not play through it? Why not make it a game now and make it much more fun? Really let yourself laugh a lot more. Beautiful. All right. Spirit, tell me a little bit more about the foundation for 2025. What will be going on? What the situation is that Taurus doesn't see coming. I want to see what you don't see coming. Oh, look at this. That brand new perspective, that rebirth into your life, that reconnection into your life. Taurus, you are back. You are back. And better than ever. Yes. Look at this. This is glorious. This is a glorious rebirth from poverty to riches here. It's all a shift in the way that you're feeling. It's that navigational system that Esther Hicks talks about, Abraham Hicks talks about. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful transformation. Whew, it's all about feeling good and uplifting and feeling back. There's just this, I'm back. I'm back. I just keep hearing that in my mind. I'm back. Nine of Cups, look at this wish fulfillment. Oh my God, you are free. You are free even from the desires. You know, Buddha talks about that desires lead to unhappiness. He says it so much more eloquently, but yeah, because you're always desiring, you're always wanting more. It's always could be better, right? And so Spirit is saying there's a time and a place to really click back into the now moment and how far you've come. You know where you're going. You know where you want to be. But how far have you come, Taurus? How far have you come to get here? To get here. And you did not get this far just to get this far. There's so much more ahead in these next 7 years. And it's all about connectedness. It's all about the people in your life. It's all about the love that you are feeling in every moment. It's just you're soaking every moment like it's your last moment. It's like you are going to live like you are dying. And there's nothing that's going to change that, because when a Taurus commits to something, and this is an idea, this is a lifestyle, they go all in. You're going to finish it. Yes. And you deserve this. Oh, good God, do you deserve this rebirth? All right. I'm going to leave this here. There is some kind of healing with a family member that really has to happen here, and it has to happen within you. It can't be them coming to you and saying, I was wrong, I'm sorry. That is not the healing that you need. What you need is the healing in your heart, that I forgive myself for my part in this. For my part in this, I forgive myself for that. I'm not taking responsibility for their part any longer. I'm not going to think about what they should have said or what I should have said or what could have happened here. I'm not going to mourn for the time that has gone by as if I'm never going to get that back, because everything changes. Nothing is set in stone, and life is what happens while we're busy planning for it. And you need to stop planning for it now, and you need to start living it. Right? Living in that moment, experiencing it. When somebody's right in front of you, don't let your head go to the past of that past conversation when this started out this way, right? And then that anxiety starts creeping up, and that those words start getting caught in your throat because of the past when you were sitting in that moment and that went wrong, or they said this. Don't relive that. It's not going to help you in this moment. Connect with the person in front of you. What are they saying? What are they feeling here? It's just really engage. Yeah, it's like Star Wars. Engage. It's time to engage. I love it. All right, Taurus, I am wishing you blessings upon blessings in 2025. I hope all of your miracles come true. All of your wishes come true. Leave me a comment and let me know what that is. Let's put our prayers out there. Let's make these wishes known here to the universe. Write them down. Put them on paper. There's a full moon coming up. Put them in a jar of water with some crystals and write your wish down 3 times and put that out under that glorious moon. Let the gods come in and make those wishes come true. And then look at this. You can make your own smudging sprays with the moon water, and then you can always clear your energy around you. So one of my favorite things to do. All right, Taurus, I'm sending you all my love and light. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Taurus, I'm sending you all my love and light, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.